Hello, my name is Banaka. Welcome back to another Shave With Me video. And today is a special soap. It is not a tribute soap. This soap was created by David Gonzalez from So Sharp Unlimited. And Doug from Phoenix Artisans Accoutrement. And it's a Phoenix soap, and it's a 4BS CK6. Let's crack it open. You can see it. So you can see the pour. I like the scent. It's a cherry and sandalwood. It's 2 simple notes. Super simple. And with the soap today, I'm going to be using the Aftershave Splash because you purchase it in a set. And I'm going to be using a badger brush, of course my Mojo, which Gary made for me. Because David, he always used badgers. He does not like synthetics. He's a syntheticator. Don't know why. They're really good, David. And anyway, he never watches these. And I'm going to be using my Razor Rock Lupo, the aluminum. Thank you again, Alejandro, for this. I actually really like this. I have perfect weight. And then for my blade, I'm going to be using a mysterious blade. Mr. Bradner sent me some blades, and I've been calling them Bradner blades because these are his favorites, and I usually don't find out what they are until I crack it open, and most of the time they've had no writing on them. So they're mysterious. Oh. Anyway, onto the shave, and I'll see you in a second after I prep everything up. Alright. Okay, welcome back. Got this up an aftershave, and like I said, I'm gonna attempt to build a lather on my leg. I'm silking my brush. I feel awkward because I'm so used to bull lathering. There's the pour. Put my lid off to the side. Let's see how soft it is. Scraping some up with my nail. Yeah, pretty soft. Like it's a little dry. Spread it out. Got my brush. Put what's on my hand left on it. I don't do this all the time, so I feel a little awkward. Yeah, I am not putting my brush and lathering straight from the tub. The reason why is my very first soap that I got, I did that to, and it was disgusting. I mean, I did everything like everybody said. Just get your brush wet, whoop it in there. I did build a great lather. Yes, it was a good shave and everything. But the bad thing was, I let it dry with the lid off. And what happened was, it ended up growing like gross stuff in it. And it's like, I let it dry for like 3 flipping days. You know what I mean? 3 days. And I figured, it's dry, it should be dry enough. But apparently something in my water must got in there and did a shitty job. The soap, I still have the soap. It's just like aggravating because it's like my very first soap. So after that incident, I have yet to really lather inside of a soap. A little bit more water. I'm not the world's greatest at this, but it's working. This is what a lot of men do to build up their lather. They build it on their face. And I can build it on my leg. So sure, I technically don't really need a bowl. I like lathering in my hand though, personally. Some of it so fell off. So I like the feel of it, like when I get a new brush. like I get lots of them. No, I don't, but it's the fact that I sit there and I'll play with it just to get to feel the brush and the soap, and it's fun. Just play around with it, like no big rushing on anything. You know, this sometimes you just gotta have fun with the product. It's not always about gotta hurry, gotta do this, gotta do that, and then gotta do everything so prim and proper. No, just have fun. I think a lot of people in the community, after a while, they get kind of really anal on their stuff. Like, when they load the brush, I always forgot exactly 30 seconds to load my brush. It's like, okay, so what, did you have like a shitty brush load when you did like 29 seconds instead of 30? Anyway, my rant for the video. Ta-da! Okay, I feel very comfortable with that. Brandner, you need a Sharpie marker on them because this one had no name on it either. So, that's one of the 3 blades he sent me. Got my little bucket of water off to the side. Getting my razor all wet. Don't know why. Because it helped it glide better. If you hear the dog barking, that's the neighbor's dog. That thing barks at anything and everything. And they put up a cool privacy fence because before they had a chain link fence. And I've never seen a privacy fence like how they did it. They took roofing tin and they actually made the frame of their fence. Then they put the roofing tin in that hole. And so when the dog really gets berserk, when somebody gets really close, you could hear that dog just bang into that tin. And boom! Yeah, that's how you know somebody's in the neighborhood. And you could hear people walking through the neighborhood too, because it's like every other house has a freaking dog. We don't have a dog, and I did a little too much work. Having a pet was great when I was a kid. As an adult, I mean, if I was out in the country, it wouldn't be bad because me and my dog could be living outside. Except for winter time, he'd have to come in. But yeah, we're in a city. We live in a teeny weeny little house, which is just big enough for both of us. And you can tell it's small because when we get guests, it feels awkward because you're like, there's no more space. You kind of feel claustrophobic. It's just, meh. Joys of living in a small house. And technically, when they first built this house, it was technically just one big room. And then they added a wall in the center of it. So the width of the house was originally like 12 feet by 28 feet. Yeah, I know. Some people's garages are like triple the size of that. I get you. I hear you. I see the beautiful garages. But you see that? You know, oh, see that? Okay, so it's like a little rectangle. 1904 is when they built it. It's just a little rectangle. Then they put a wall in the center so you could have a bedroom, kitchen, and front room. Because where I'm sitting at, there used to be a stove where our furnace vent is. Because when we redid our room, what they did is they just covered up the, what do they call that? The fireplace chimney. And so what we had to do was chip that out because they just hit it into the ceiling. Because the ceiling had an a suspended ceiling, which it has a ceiling, then it has like wire hooks connected to wires to the metal framage, which you pop in those little foam blocks. Yeah, that's to help keep the heat in the area so you're not having to heat up the entire room with they just take away an extra foot. So now when we redid our house, instead of having 8-foot ceilings, we have 9 foot. And amazingly enough, we found some sheetrock, which was exactly 4.5 wide. So when we redid our house, it only has 2 pieces of sheetrock. We'd have had to scab in an extra foot, which is a plus. And I had ingrown hair right here. So if you see me bleeding, that is why. And I can feel him. Anyway. How the hell did I get on the subject of this? Oh, teeny weeny houses. I can't keep a track of my own conversation sometimes. That's funny. So my boyfriend always goes, you can't even keep a track of your own conversations. Like, I know. When I was younger, a kid, when I'm getting older, my memory is short. And I tell you one thing too, when you're getting older. Well, for me, you don't really realize how much you depend on your vision. Prime example. When I'm talking to people, I cannot see facial expressions, which technically you read a lot of person's facial expressions, their body movements, their just, you could read things. You don't really think about it, but technically you do. Like, if a person is lying to you, they don't look at you in the eye. They kind of avoid eye contact. When they fidget. I mean, all these little things that we as humans do that, if you stop and think about it, we do it for a reason. So, when you're losing your vision, you lose a lot of the senses of reading, body movement, motion and stuff. So when you're conversating, you kind of lose a lot of that, which it really sucks. Believe you me, it really sucks. But oh well, what can you do, right? But anyway, back to our little house. We live in a tiny little house. It started out as, what did I say it was? 12 foot by 28 or 24. Anyway, and then what they did is they did an add-on. So that created the second bedroom in the kitchen. They needed more room, so what did they do? They did an add-on. And so that added the bathroom. Well, you needed plumbing now, so what did they do? We're in a mining town. And what do miner people do? They dig. Because technically, Butte is on a hill. Where we are at, we're on the flats, thank God. I'll tell you why in a minute. Anyway, the hill has these big, they're called A-frames. And what they did is they're like elevators. And they sent people in and out of the ground. And basically what did they do is they mined the core of the hill. And so when they did that, you know, when they mined, they put these little wood things. So basically, Butte is technically like a honey hive. If you took a honey hive, you cut it in half and it's all honeycombed. That is what the hill looks like on the inside. So, the reason why I don't want to live uptown, because there's sinkholes. Why? Is because those little wood frames, they get decayed. They rot. And it falls down. They're under people's houses. People get like sinkholes, and the city just comes in, does a little quick framage of wire and concrete it. Very creepy. Here on the flats, they didn't mine under the flats. So, we don't have to worry about our land technically caving in unless it's a natural sinkhole. Okay. Back to our house. Miners. They dug. So, our basement was an afterthought. Miners like, oh, I need a basement. So, our basement height is technically 6 foot high. I am 5'7". So I'm very close to the ceiling. My boyfriend, his brother's like 6'1". He came over to help us with doing our roof about 5-6 years ago now. And yeah, he is crouching down because that's the only technically working shower we have is in the basement. Upstairs we have an old metal claw foot tub. If you don't know what it is, Google it. You see a lot of these tubs in horror movies where they got the shower curtain around it. If you really stop and look at them, they got little claw feet. Those are metal with the white, I don't know if it's ceramic paint or some kind of paint on it. But anyhow, that's what we have upstairs. We are thinking about getting rid of the closet in the second bedroom and extending our bathroom and putting the tub shower / there. So, our house was a complete and utter total afterthought, and a lot of the houses in this godforsaken town are created like that. They're just like, I need another room. Another room. Nope, I need another room. Add another room. A lot of these houses around here are all built like that, and it's pretty sad. And the concrete around here sucks. I don't know. I want to say it's the concrete, but then again, I want to say it's not the concrete because I think it might be the finishers. When the concrete's go, and if you seal up the concrete too soon, it will put the water, because the water will seep up to the top. You let it evaporate, then you start to seal it. So my theory is, I think they didn't really finish the concrete properly. What they did is just like, yep, it's poured, we've lined it, okay, let's trowel it, and trowel the shit out of it, which will hold in the water, which over time it'll bust through the top part, and then it'll just disintegrate. It'll just get gross. And I see a lot, let me tell you, a lot of concrete in this town that's like that, shitty done. So, my advice, do not move to Butte. Visit, do not move. I know a lot of people selling their houses out of state. They're like, here, it's so cheap now. You know what's crazy? Price of realty now is doubled. And I've been looking, and I noticed, for every stinking bathroom, it's $100,000. Shit you not. Go to Zillow, go to Realtor.com, go to Butte, Montana, look at a realty, and then you'll see houses. Go check the bathrooms. If it's a one bathroom, it's usually $100,000. Two bathrooms, $200,000. Three bathrooms, $300,000. Four bathrooms, $400,000. I'm not shitting. I tell my boyfriend, we need to get a shit house, throw 5 bathrooms in that fucker, and $500,000. But anyway, it sucks. Don't tell them I said that. It's just, I guess it's like any town. Got your goods and your bads. Anyway, the soap was great. Lathered off my leg. That's what's left of my brush. If I was a face shaver, I guarantee that's probably another round. But yeah, I used a lot of leather on the leg. Magically, I did not use the bowl, which usually I love my bowl. It's a cereal bowl. It's my first bowl I ever got and using. I think I did buy another bowl, and it's a little squattier. It's probably that tall, nice size wide. And it was, you could tell it was like handmade because it has little ridges in it. Unfortunately, I just don't like it. I was going to make that my travel bowl, so if I broke it, no big deal. But I'm trying to open this off camera. But unfortunately, I packed it away. Now, I bet you this goofy thing's going to fight with me. Yep, label fought with me. Oh, it came off in pieces, you sicker. So anyway, what was my original story anyway? If you hung tough with me this long, put it down in the comments. I cracked myself up. Gosh damn you, open up. Oh, so dumb. My label didn't technically come off. Let me scrub it off. You know, only me gets these kind of tough technical difficulties. I must be good at it. You know what my theory is? Whatever can happen will happen to me. It never fails. Cracked her open. It took Banaga like 5 minutes. So, nah, I'm a lake shaver. I need a little bit more, hey? And not only Canadians say eh. Oh, dang, I tagged myself. Good there. Okay. I think I'm doing double dose. I like that scent. Because in the bottle, all I can smell is basically the sandalwood. Get it out. Yes. Horrible tag. Tag, I'm it. Anyway, thanks for hanging tough with me, guys. Sorry for the tag. I nailed myself a good one there. It was ingrown hair. It happens, right? People get on my face, I get on my legs. And I get ingrowns too on my face. But thank God I don't keep a lot of film on my mugshots. Anyway, not a Truby soap. I like this scent. David said that if you could get enough people together, you gotta do it in a group. Don't forget group here. To get enough for another batch. If he gets enough people to do that, he'll make some more. So, if you are interested, go hit up David Gonzalez on his YouTube channel, So Sharp Dave, I believe. Anyway, and I know on Instagram, it's So Sharp Unlimited. Go check both of those out if you're not already subscribed, which more than likely you already are. So, thank you for hanging tough and catch y'all later. Catch you on the flip side. Later.